What is up, guys? It is the Turtle Girl. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another simple solutions where I try to give you a simple solution to a commonly asked turtle question in under 5 minutes or less. So make sure the subscribe button, ring the notification bell to see all my future videos, and let's get into this. So today's topic is transporting your turtle and what is the safest way to do that. So first of all, why would you want to transport your turtle? The only time that you would need this is if you are 1, taking your turtle to the vet to get them checked out, 2, moving to a new place and you need to take your turtle with you, or 3, you are setting up a new enclosure. And unless you're taking them outside to bask, you don't want to be moving them anywhere else. You're not going to take them to the beach just for fun. You're not going to take them to the park just for fun, because they belong in their enclosures. That's where they feel safe, and it can stress them out when you move them around. So you want to avoid transporting them unless you have a good reason to do so. Alright, so first, what do you transport your turtle in? Well, there's a couple criteria you want to make sure you're hitting here. First is that, obviously, you don't want your turtle going anywhere, so it should be kind of escape-proof, whatever you are keeping the turtle in. Second, your turtle has to be able to breathe. And third, you want your turtle to be comfortable and have enough space, but at the same time not too big so they're jostling around. So this gives you a couple different options. For one, you could use a cardboard box. For turtles, I prefer not to use those because although they're breathable and they come in many different sizes, they're not the most sturdy of options. And then also, if your turtle decides to poop or pee in transit, which we'll get to in a second, it can make a big mess in a cardboard box and it's a lot harder to clean. So my transport container of choice would be a plastic bin with a lid. So of course you need the lid to keep it escape proof, but in order to make it so that they can get their oxygen, you'd either drill some holes in the lid or use a screen top or something like that so that your turtle can get air. Now, when picking the size of the container that you want to transport your turtle in, really you don't want it to be all that big, because if you have, like, say, this really big plastic tub, but your turtle is only this big, your turtle is going to jostle around, and especially if you're going to be in a moving vehicle, your turtle's just going to have way too much space to move around. It's not like you have to set up a whole enclosure in here. It is solely just to transport them, and for their safety, it's best to put them in something that is pretty suited to their size, pretty snug, so that they're not going to be jostling around all that much. And then once you have your container of the proper size, all you got to do is put some towels in there so that your turtle can feel secure and even less so going to jostle around. So you would put a towel in there, and then you would put the lid on so that they can't escape, and that is how you would be able to transport your turtle. If you don't have a lid, you could also use something like a bucket of sorts so that the walls are really high, but again, put a towel in there. And if your turtle is really small, I'd try to go for something smaller than this, but if you have like a big red slider, a 5-gallon bucket would work too. Pretty simple, pretty easy. When you're transporting them, you of course want to be cognizant of the weather and the temperatures. You just want to make sure that the temperatures are not super drastically cold or super drastically hot. Of course, never leave your turtle alone unattended in a car, especially if it's really warm outside or really cold. You want to just get them to wherever you're going as fast as possible. So if it's really cold outside, get them to the car right away and have the car already heated so it's warm in there for them. And then another thing you'd think might be obvious is turtles don't have to be in the water when you transport them, so it's a lot easier to transport them dry. You should not be transporting them with water. It just makes it a lot harder for you, and honestly, potentially more dangerous for the turtle if the water is sloshing back and forth. So you want to transport your turtle with a towel in a container, dry. One thing you can do to help the transport process go a little bit smoother for the turtle is actually fast them if you know that it's going to be a longer trip. If it's just like a 15-30 minute trip to the vet, then maybe this is not necessary, but if you know that you're going to be, like, say, moving places and you have to drive an hour or more, it's a good idea to fast the turtle a few days before you transport them. And what is fasting? Fasting basically means you don't feed them. So that makes sure that they're able to pass everything through their digestive tract and they're not going to poop in their container while you're transporting them, because trust me, it's pretty gross when they poop and you just don't want to have to deal with that. So it makes it a lot easier if you're fasting them. And then if it is going to be a longer transport, for example, upwards of 3 or 4 hours, just make sure you're getting water to the turtle. You can take the towel out of their container, put some water in there so that they can drink. You don't have to do this, but it is helpful to make sure that your turtle is staying hydrated, and if they want the water, they have at least one chance to get it if it is going to be a longer trip. And I shouldn't have to say this again, but I'm going to anyways, just to, like, reiterate, You shouldn't be traveling for fun with your turtle. It's only in these circumstances where you have a good reason to. So that is how you transport your turtle. A couple tips and pointers. I hope this video was helpful. If you did enjoy it, feel free to drop a thumbs up down below. Also, the 50,000 subscriber turtle mask giveaway is still going on, so make sure you check that out in the link in the description. And if you want to know when I'm going to do the drop of those masks to sell them, a limited release, you can go ahead and follow my Instagram at the Turtle Girl so that you can know about that. Also, huge shout out to the Turtle Tribe over on Patreon who are helping to make this content possible. If you want to join, you are supporting me in creating more content like this and also get access to all kinds of cool extra perks such as early access to videos is a really major one. So if you want to check that out, you can go over here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next Friday. Have a totally awesome day. Bye bye!